The FBI investigates Angel Reese's use of steroids. FBI agents are seriously investigating Angel Reese after her steroid scandal was made public because it seems that no one in this hypocritical league is loyal to anyone. However, what will happen to Angel next? Perhaps some people will feel sorry for her, but guess what? She doesn't deserve any of it because she isn't even remotely ashamed.
No one's coming out to see crazy-ass Angel Reese unless they want to see her at a nightclub shaking her ass. I mean, seriously.
She must be the queen of the most stupid choices ever made by a human being on this planet, all the while believing she is the smartest person in the room. For example, Angel, you really believed you could pull off a stunt this reckless and no one would notice you took the most cliched, lazy shortcut in the book and thought you could get away with it. How can one person be so naive? Now she's dealing with the fallout, and things are only going to get worse from here.
The addiction is real. The addiction to attention is real.
Angel Reese, a former WNBA rising star, truly believed she could cheat her way to the top. Now, she is sitting at the center of a steroid. Come on, how much more embarrassing can it get that the player who is supposed to be the WNBA's future is now the face of one of the most humiliating scandals to ever hit the league? The FBI is even involved in this scandal. It's not just a rumor circulating the locker room. It's a full-fledged investigation.
I've been through so much. I've seen so much. I've been attacked so many times.
But wait, things will improve. The FBI has drug testing, so they're not just looking around for fun. There were witnesses and likely more scandals than we even know about, but let's not forget that it only takes one whistleblower to ruin a whole career. I'm sure someone in her circle decided they were sick of seeing her pretend to be successful, and they dropped the bomb. And now Reese is frantically trying to salvage what little reputation she still has.
Angel Reese, you can't beat a big bad wolf, but then kind of cry like Courage the Cowardly Dog. Nobody mourns when the villain catches an L. And Angel Reese, you have self-proclaimed to be the—
Oh, but don't assume that her career is the only thing at stake. This is more serious than that. If it turns out that she has been distributing steroids, we're discussing criminal charges because there's no reason to stop using them when you can earn a little extra cash. She faces jail time, not just a slap on the wrist, but genuine prison time. What a legacy! Rather than being remembered as a champion angel, you'll be remembered as the player who attempted to circumvent the system and was burned for it. To top it all off, she isn't as ashamed of what she did and even claims she won't fight back.
And it sucks, but I still wouldn't change. I wouldn't change anything, and I would still sit here and say—
She faces the possibility of a 2-year suspension, which would mean 2 whole years of sitting on the sidelines while everyone else actually plays the game and abides by the rules. Can you imagine the embarrassment of the girl who is supposed to be the next big thing in the NBA being reduced to watching her teammates from the bleachers because she couldn't keep her hands off the juice? Also, there's the possibility of a $500,000 fine, which isn't just pocket change. It's a financial death sentence for someone whose endorsement deals are likely already leaving sooner than her career.
Angel Reese told her lonely male followers, hating pays too. Translation, I need attention. Translation, I need money. Translation, nothing about me is authentic. Translation, I cannot be a star on my own.
But wait, there's more. If you thought things couldn't get much worse, consider the possibility of criminal charges as well. Depending on how severe this steroid mess gets, Reese may face actual prison time of 1 to 5 years. Imagine her career trajectory going from WNBA star to prison inmate in a single season. She could be sitting in a cell while her former peers are out there setting records and winning championships. That would be a complete self-inflicted disaster.
Oh yeah, white people racist, white people death threats, white people blah, 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 blah. And that's all I hear when I hear these.
And if the prospect of a suspension or jail term wasn't enough to make her shudder, what about the idea that she would never play again? If the investigation reveals enough evidence, a lifetime ban is definitely in the cards. Angel, who is losing more than a few seasons, remember what she said? That's losing the entire sport. One day you're playing in front of the spotlight, and the next day you're just another name in the long list of players who believed they could cheat the system and ended up getting burnt.
Teach that. I'm gonna go out and do whatever it takes to win it every single night. My teammates rely on my energy. So being able to continue the energy even if we're down, even if we're up, that's what I do.
Angel, no brand in their right mind will want to associate themselves with a walking scandal. No matter how much potential she has, sponsors will dump her faster than she can say steroids. Your ridiculous energy will soon drown you out, silly girl. Now, let's talk about sponsorships, which are the thing that really helps athletes make real money. What business wants to be associated with someone who is in the news for all the wrong reasons? Oh, right, none. History shows that athletes like Marion Jones and Alex Rodriguez are the ideal illustration of what occurs when you believe you can cut. The corner's Rod was suspended for 162 games, and his reputation never fully recovered. Angel Reese is on the same path as Marion Jones, who lost her Olympic medals and served time in prison. It's a one-way ticket to career destruction.
Do you think that some of this drama, and she started some of it, to be fair, got to her?
The WNBA must be ecstatic about all the bad press she's generating since the league has put a lot of effort into establishing its reputation, and now Reese is out there, disregarding everything as if it were unimportant. A drug scandal is the last thing they need while attempting to improve the sport's reputation. However, at least we know who is to blame for the 25% decline in viewership. Angel, not only did you ruin your own career, but you brought the entire league down with you. It's almost poetic, really. A once promising star turned into a living reminder that there are no shortcuts in life, particularly not in sports. She believed she could cheat her way to the top, but now she's paying the price, and let's be honest, she has no one to blame but herself. Enjoy the fallout, Angel.
However, the added animosity, beef, and physicality from Angel is definitely boosting interest as well.
The story of Angel Reese, who had it all but threw it away for a quick boost, is the epitome of what happens when arrogance meets desperation. She went from being a player who was supposed to lead the Chicago Sky to greatness to one who is about to lead herself straight out of the league and possibly even into a courtroom. She will now be remembered as the player who destroyed her own career. Do you know about Angel Reese's remarkable propensity to make poor decisions one after another? This steroid scandal is just the icing on the cake for her lengthy history of self-inflicted tragedies. Bravo, Angel. When she comes out and says she's not the only one, everyone is watching. It was a truly brilliant move when she felt it was a great idea to dress provocatively and then had the audacity to pretend astonished when people commented on it. She flaunts it and then plays the victim when the attention isn't what she wants. Classic. Reese has never acknowledged any death threats, sexualized me, or even mentioned her strange obsession with Caitlin Clark. It seems as though she has been living in Clark's shadow, so consumed by jealousy that she believed steroids could make her a superstar without putting in the necessary effort or raising her game. Reese immediately chose the simple route in the hopes that juicing would somehow elevate her to Clark's level.
And when Angel Reese comes out and says she ain't the only one everybody's watching.
Steroids don't buy talent, and it's obvious that she's missing that memo. This entire scandal is just the culmination of all her previous gaffes. Each time she attempted to disparage others or incite drama, it only served to emphasize how insecure and desperate she is. It's so sad that Reese is destroying her own career while Clark is out there smashing records.
Death threats, I've been sexualized.
For what will be remembered as the player who threw all away because she couldn't tolerate being the second best Angel. All this drama, all this desperation, Reese has become the quintessential example of how envy and poor choices can wreck your career. Congratulations. This time, Angel, you've truly surpassed yourself.
National title. She didn't celebrate with her teammates. She mocked Caitlin Clark. So there's jealousy there. I certainly see that with her. I don't know about the league.
She went from enjoying the success of being the next big thing to rushing as the FBI comes in to determine whether she has been using steroids to stay current. And it's quite hilarious how quickly things went south for her. Angel truly wondered what had happened to putting in the effort and earning it, but instead she believed she could get away with skipping a few stages by adding a little extra something. It isn't just a bad look for her, it's a disaster. The league can't ignore this, and now every time her name is mentioned, it will be linked to this mess. The steroid allegations came during her season, just when she was expected to prove that she was the real deal. Instead, we hear whispers of steroid use, and then, boom, the FBI is on her case faster than she can throw a basketball. Congratulations! Angel, your career has officially been ruined.
think Angel Reese is jealous of Caitlin Clark. She thinks she's, the reason why this is all happening.
Now, Angel Reese has decided to antagonize lonely grown women, many of which probably watch the Yentas on The View, and who strangely refer to themselves as Swifters.